What's going on, guys? Tonight we have UFC 318, a BMF title matchup between the legends Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway. This fight has a lot of history going into it. It is actually a trilogy that has spanned 13 years. The first fight they had was the very first fight that Max Holloway had in the UFC. That was 13 years ago. 7 years later, in 2019, Dustin Poirier was victorious again when the two men fought for an interim 155 title in the middle of Max Holloway's reign over the 145 division. Breaking a 13-fight win streak, Poirier got that decision that time as well, dominating the fight with his size and his power and the boxing on the inside. Now, 6 years later after that, Max Holloway is a much more seasoned fighter. He has many more tools in his arsenal, and he is just well more polished as a fighter and very good at managing distance, his pace, and his technique at all times. Now that we're going into this fight, it is very interesting. Like I said, Dustin Poirier is already up 2-0. And the last time Max Holloway fought somebody in a trilogy where he was already 2 down, he lost that trilogy to Alexander Volkanovski. But going into this matchup, Dustin Poirier is retiring, so it is his last fight. He's very motivated to get this win because of it, but because Max Holloway plans to continue on and possibly rematch Ilia Topuria for a 155 title, he is also very motivated in his own right to spoil Dustin Poirier's retirement and get one win out of the 2 trilogies that he's had over top competition. On one hand, we have Dustin Poirier, who is a very pressure-heavy, gritty, and technical boxer with a lot of power in his hands. He is really good at just chewing people up in high-octane fights on the inside with that boxing technique. He has black belt level jiu-jitsu as well, and he is just super tough. He thrives in dogfights, and he usually comes out on top because he usually has the biggest gun. Now, on the other hand, this fight he's going into, he knows that it is his last. Therefore, some of the emotion might be a bit much on his shoulders as he plans to go out with a blaze of glory in front of New Orleans. But we'll see if that helps him rise to the occasion or if he may soak up too much of the moment before the fight has happened. On the other hand, we have Max Holloway, who is a very seasoned fighter. He is a multi-time featherweight champion. He is a BMF champion. He has a plethora of experience in the ring since 2012. He is a very refined boxer, very good at using volume, precise techniques, and he is also very good at using kicking techniques to demobilize his opponents via oblique kicks to the knees, and he recently has picked up and polished a very good spinning back kick that he broke Justin Gaethje's nose with in their last fight. This fight will be very interesting, though, since Max Holloway has already dropped 2 fights to Dustin Poirier, and he's coming into this fight off of a knockout loss to Ilia Topuria. Keys to victory for Dustin Poirier: he really needs to do what he did in the first fight, stay heavy on that front foot, pressure into the boxing range with Max Holloway, use those kicks to slow him down and mix in some takedowns, and just utilize that strength and power advantage on the inside to try to find a knockout or just to beat Max Holloway up so much that he will get a decision. Keys to victory for Max Holloway: he needs to stay on the bike, utilize that distance control that he has become so refined at, and punch Poirier with straight punches from the outside. Use those oblique kicks to the knees to slow down Poirier and keep him from reaching him. And if Poirier does get close, use those tight hook combinations to punish him, and or use that spinning back kick to hurt Poirier bad and try to find the knockout. If not, he can certainly get a decision by utilizing his volume to tire out Poirier and overcome him in the later rounds. As for my prediction, this fight is hard to call despite the first 2 fights. A lot of folks think this will be a foregone conclusion due to the result of those first 2 matchups. However, a lot has changed since then. Max Holloway has developed much more in terms of his skill, his confidence, and his experience. And I think just in general, he's developed more as a fighter than Dustin Poirier. On the other hand, Poirier is very motivated to go out in a blaze of glory in front of his hometown. At the same time, that pressure may work against him in this fight. Whereas Max Holloway is motivated to get this win because he plans to go forward and get another belt at 55, possibly over Ilia Topuria, who has already beaten him. That being said, this fight will be a tough fought win for either man. Both men are incredibly tough, and they are incredibly experienced and just incredibly dangerous. So I think this fight will likely go to a decision, and I think it may be taken by Max Holloway just because I think that distance management will make the difference this time around. Plus, Max Holloway actually has more of a 55 build at this point, and he has the complete focus on the 55 division since he has renounced his claim to any rankings in the 45 division. He has the size to keep Dustin Poirier off of him, unlike he did before. He has the experience. He has the widened skill set. And I think he has the ability to keep this fight where he wants it to be. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and follow to support the page.